Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. And my name is Arun, and I have Mr. Jose along with me in this webinar. Hi, Mr. Jose.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so the webinar is about how to become a doctor in Zambia. Yes, Mr. Jose. So why we have to inform our students on how to become a doctor in Zambia?
Okay, because Zambia is a country which needs more doctors and nurses because of the healthcare situation there.
Okay.
And also the countries which are nearby like Lesotho, South Africa, Malawi, Zimbabwe and all. Even people from those countries are interested to study medicine and they are looking for good schools. Most of them, they are thinking if they can travel to Western countries or USA for their medical studies, but of course, they have to pay a huge amount if they want to go there. So they're also looking for some other opportunities in the nearby countries. So Zambia can be a good choice for them. So in this webinar, we'll be mostly talking about like what are the benefits they will get and what are the eligibility criteria and what are the steps they have to follow and how they can take it forward from there.
Okay, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, I have been to Zambia. I have been in Zambia myself for almost 1.5 years. And I am an Indian by country of origin, but I lived in Zambia for 1.5 years, and it's one of the most beautiful country. And surprisingly, it has been bordered with 8 different countries, and then they never had any disputes. Can you believe that, Mr. Jose? So there are no disputes.
Yes, of course. That is one of the interesting thing about the country. Well, Mr. Diamond Muzando, he has asked a question like, what are the first year courses for a medical student?
Well, yeah, I may not be able to explain that to you in this webinar, but yes, we will send you the curriculum to your email address. Please share your email address, please. Okay, well, yes, Mr. Jose, we also, this webinar is for the aspirants who wanted to become doctor. So only a unique set of students wanted to study medicine. So I wanted to ask a few questions to the attendees. So let's see their answers. So, well, the question is, why would you like to become a doctor? I repeat, why would you like to become a doctor?
Well, we can make this as an interactive session. So participants, those who want to answer, you can raise your hand so that we will allow you to speak. Okay, 3 of you raised the hand, so we are just allowing Mr. Elliot to talk.
Okay, the answer is, we got an answer from Mr. Diamond. So you want to become a doctor to better your country and lessen the death rates and contribute towards your country's improving economy. Well, that's great. Well, this is all about how to become a doctor in Zambia. So it's not only for Zambians, and it's also for students who are participating from Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, Botswana, and South Africa as well. All right. So being a doctor, medical profession is considered to be a noble profession, and doctors have always been, compared to God, because they are dealing with human lives, and there is no profession more worthy than becoming a doctor, and there is no pastime more challenging, and there is no calling more scared. So yes, Mr. Jose. So what do you think?
Yes, of course. What was mentioned here in this slide, that is true. People respect doctors as the God because they are the lifesavers.
Yeah.
Whenever we are having any health issues, we are going to them, and they are the ones who are having all the rights to get the inputs without any hidden messages. So we used to share all our feelings, all our health conditions and the situations with them openly. And in most of the cases, doctors are really successful in helping us in the health issues, and also their informations and the tips, whatever they are giving, it helps us a lot in, for example, in improving our health and being more precaution towards the diseases.
Well, I totally agree with you. Well, here, so Elliot says that you want to become a doctor because you want to save lives and you have a heart of Mother Zambia. Hence, you need to improve the health sector. Okay, well, that's great. So that's a very good thing, Elliot. All the best. And we have Solomon. Mickey says that you want to become a doctor because it's your passion and you just see the people suffering as it pricks your heart. So the need to help and satisfy your desire to save others, that's why you want to become a doctor. Well, that's great. That's great. Well, let's go to the next slide. Well, yes, why being doctor is a great profession. The first thing is there is no recession. So if you had to be an accountant, or if you're a software engineer, or if you're into any other business, definitely recession is something which will definitely affect your profession. So here for doctors, you always have disease, and people always get sick because of weather and due to other causes as well. So there is no recession, and there are multiple options. You're not just going to stop with being a general physician. So you can specialize. So if you want to become a surgeon, yes, you can become a surgeon. If you want to become an ENT specialist, yeah, you can become an ENT specialist. And if you have anything else in mind, you can go ahead and you can become that as well. And being a doctor is not just like you just studied and you became a doctor. Every day is a learning process. So there are so many diseases in the out there. True. So you may have to do your research, and it's like a learning process. Every day is a learning process for you.
And also the research plays a major role in a doctor profession.
Yeah.
Say, for example, as you said, every day is a learning for them.
Mm-hmm.
And also whenever either they're doing their master's degree or not, mm-hmm. they continue to do their own research. Mm-hmm. And also they used to refer lots of journals mm-hmm. and research articles, because they have to be on par with the current standards, because there are every day or every month there are new medical advancements, new medicines are being introduced, and new methods are being introduced, and recently the AI technology is also coming into the place. Right. So they have to be updated on regular basis.
That's right. Yeah, it's true. So continuous learning is something doctors they do every now and then. And social status. So if you become a doctor, you are well respected in your community, and you are trusted in your community as well. And doctors are one of the professionals who are paid.
Yes, of course. We can say proudly that I'm a doctor.
That's right. Yes. Well, there are a few doctors who don't even consider if they are paid a lot or something like that. But still, you also have to take care of your life as well.
True.
So doctors are one of the professionals who are paid comparing to any other profession. And being a doctor is also challenging, mm-hmm. but still it's life-saving as well.
True.
And doctors are greatly needed, especially not only in Zambia, for any other countries mm-hmm. as well. And it's stable.
True.
It doesn't mean that if you're a doctor, you have to work for a hospital. You can also come up with your own a clinic,
yeah,
and you can start your own hospital or something like that.
That's true.
So it's a great career.
So let's move on to the next slide.
Well, so here you see the demand for doctors in Africa. Can you believe that? It's like you have 2 doctors for every 10,000 patients. That's really huge. And the shortage of doctors is like 2.4 million in Africa.
And also, I want to quote one more statistics here. Mm-hmm. I read in one of the recent article, when we take Zambia, in Zambia, the case is a little more worrisome. Mm-hmm. For every 2 doctors, there is 12,000 patients.
Well, that's how Zambia is. So, so definitely Zambia needs more doctors. Well, let's see what Diamond Musonda has to say. If I'm talking, for instance, a nutrition course, do I have to start the medicine course from scratch, or I can skip into a particular year and begin from there? Well, yes, if you are doing something related to medicine, if you're going to do a nutrition course, I'm sure you would have covered the pre-med. So it's not necessary that you have to do pre-med. So you can continue from what you need not do the subjects that you have done. And I may also have to say that, it's strictly through the evaluation. So we can evaluate your documents and we can let you know whether if you have to do the program from the scratch, or you can be exempted for 1 year or something like that.
So Mr. Diamond, please feel free to share your documents. At the end of the webinar, we will share you an email address and a WhatsApp number. So you can share your documents there and we will take it forward from there.
Okay, that's great, yeah. Well, the education system.
Say, for example, when we are talking about the healthcare crisis in Africa, there is also an interesting fact. The US-funded Medical Education Partnership Initiative, they call it as MEPI, they have invested more than 130 million US dollars over 5 years. So this will definitely increase the quality and the standards which are being followed in the continent. And also it will help almost all the 57 countries in the African continent to improve their health sector.
Well, yeah, there's also a need. And I also have to say that, Africa on the whole, when it comes to disease in the whole world, it nearly contributes 20% of the whole world. So which means we have so many people in Africa who are sick and who need assistance. So 20% is like, it's too much.
That's true.
So definitely we need more doctors in Africa. So let's go to the next slide. It's great. So this is something which is interesting. So how to choose a country to study medicine? Well, if you have decided to study medicine abroad, and if you're wondering which country to choose, then the points that you have to take into consideration is, first thing is the medical curriculum and recognition. Well, Texila American University in Zambia is registered with Higher Education in Zambia and Health Professional Council of Zambia. And it's also recognized in SADC countries as well. And the second thing is the climatic condition. So this plays a very, very big major role. For example, we have few students going way out, and they go to countries like China or Russia or any countries which is extremely cold. So if someone is going there and if they are going to study medicine there, the curriculum which is taught in those countries are derived towards their disease. So for example, we have malaria in Africa, but we may not have malaria in China. So if you're going to study a curriculum which is not going to help you out when you come back to your own country, then there is no point in studying medicine in that country of origin.
Okay.
So it is very important that you choose a country where the climatic condition is more or less equal to your country as well.
Okay, well, Mr. Elliott has a question, it seems. So, Mr. Elliott, please let us know what are your concerns.
Yes, my question is, how much percentage or how much shortage percentage is the demand for doctors in Zambia?
Mr. Elliott, according to the World Health Organization, there has to be one doctor for 1,000 patients. But in Zambia, we have only like 2 doctors for 10,000 patients. So there is a huge demand there. And at least it will take another 10 years for the Zambian government to fulfill this gap. Mr. Elliott, did I answer your question? I think Mr. Arun, let's continue. So if Elliott raised his hands again, then we can address him.
Okay, well, as I told you about the climatic condition, just to do a recap, if you want to study medicine, study in a country and if you want to come back to your own country, study medicine in a country where the weather is more or less equal to your weather, so that you won't be having any problem when you come back to clear the medical council exams. And the third thing is eligibility criteria. So if you want to study medicine at Texila American University, all you should have is, you should have completed your grade 12 with credits in all the subjects, in physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and English. So now, so the demand for healthcare professionals, I think Mr. Hossein will take it from here.
Okay, well, I mean, before going into the demand, let me give more insights about the eligibility criteria. See, each country has their own eligibility criteria when they give admissions for medical studies. See, when we talk about countries like USA, UK, Australia and all, they have their own entrance exams. They have entrance exam like MCAT, GMAT and all. So you have to pause those exams in order to get a medical seat in the respective countries. It varies depending on the country. And I mean, most of the European countries and USA, Canada, and Australia, they follow this pattern. So even if you're writing an entrance exam in your own country, you have to again write another entrance exam depending on the country you choose to study. Okay, the next point is like demand for healthcare professionals. We already covered, like there's a huge demand in Zambia. Not only in Zambia, the whole Africa is in demand for doctors for several years because of the type of diseases they have, and because of the less amount of medical seats in the country, and also because of the cost factor. Then the next point is like the disease pattern. See, when you choose a country to study medicine, you have to make sure that particular country has a similar disease pattern like your own country. So imagine you're from, say, South Africa, and you're going to, say, somewhere in Russia or Philippines for your medical studies. The disease pattern in those countries are completely different. So when you come back after completing your medical degree to your home country, you may face challenges or difficulties in treating the patients there, as the disease pattern is different. So you have to make sure the disease pattern is same like your home country. Now let's move on to the next slide. So it is all about like why African students should choose Texila American University, which is located in Zambia, for medical education over Western countries. See, Mr. Arun, because as I said in the beginning, if they choose to go in Western countries, first of all, they have to write an entrance exam. And another thing, the tuition fee is too high while comparing with Texila in Zambia. And also the living expense in those countries is comparatively high. So what is your thought about this?
Well, the reason why most of the African students go abroad to study medicine is because of the infrastructure, which is really missing in Africa. So now that we have Texila American University in Zambia with a state-of-art infrastructure, so there is no need for them to go abroad to study medicine, because if you have noticed, all the faculties are from India, US, UK, and South America, and we have the students are also diversified. So we have students from 20 different countries. That also includes countries from Asia as well, India, Pakistan, and some. We have students from South America as well. They are studying in Zambia campus. And the third thing is, the cost of living in Zambia is cost effective comparing to any countries in Western world, and the curriculum is also globally recognized. We are running a curriculum which is approved by UNZA, University of Zambia, and there are also opportunities for them to practice as a doctor in the United States and in UK. They are very much eligible to appear for the United States medical licensure exam and the PLAB exam in UK. And the disease pattern, you know, if you have noticed, Africa on the whole, they have the same disease pattern. So it doesn't matter if they, you know, if a student from Northern Africa is coming down to Zambia to study medicine, it's going to be the same disease pattern. So when he goes back to his own country, he will not be having any issues in clearing the medical council exams, and the medical council of Zambia, I mean the health professional council of Zambia is recognized in SADC countries. So they shouldn't be having any problem in registering back in their own country. And it's like a home away from home.
Yeah,
it's on the whole, it's Africa.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're a Nigerian or you're a South African or you're a Zimbabwean or you're a Lesothan or Botswanian, or it doesn't matter who you are, which country you're from. At the end of the day, you're an African. So you're going to study with your fellow African.
Mr. Arun, I completely agree with your points, but there are too many universities in Zambia. I mean, they provide a medical program. As a student, why someone should choose Texila or other universities?
Okay, well, the way we teach the students, that's number one. It's not like the traditional learning. If you have noticed in Africa, most of the universities, they still follow the traditional learning. I mean, the traditional method of teaching, which we have been doing for ages. So they still follow that. But with Texila American University, it's totally different. So we, follow something called flipped model learning. So whatever you learn, that has been uploaded as a PPT the previous day. So when you come back to the classes the next day, when you want to attend the lectures, it'll be like it'll be like an interactive session. So students, whatever they gone through the PPT, they will come up with their questions, and the lecturer will be very glad to answer their questions. So it's like an interactive learning. Interactive learning, that's number one. And we also train them for the United States medical licensure exam, and they are also very much eligible, and they will be trained for the UK medical licensure exam as well. And as I told you, it's a flipped model learning. So it's technology enabled classrooms with free Wi-Fi for students. And we also have world-class laboratories. And I already told you that it's a state-of-art infrastructure. And as I already told you, we have international faculties from 5 to 6 different countries who are extremely certified. And the university is also approved by Higher Education Authority in Zambia and Health Professionals Council of Zambia. And none of the universities do this. All the international students and local students, they have free complimentary accommodation for first 6 months.
That's really great.
So it's really a very good thing. And we have types with university teaching hospitals for clinical exposure. So that's also another thing. And they are going to study with students from 20 different countries. That's also a major exposure.
Of course. So in short, you mean to say like students in Africa, they don't need to travel abroad in the sense like, for example, Western countries or USA, since they're getting all the similar facilities in Zambia itself.
Well, yes, they get everything in Zambia, and Africa is no more a third world country or a fourth world country. Africa continent, it's happening. So people, they don't want to go to the United States or Canada or any first world countries for opportunities. Africa is growing, so there is a need for more health professionals. And there are so many people and so many countries, they started investing in Africa in terms of oil, energy, pharmaceutical, pharma. So there is always a need for huge manpower towards health professionals. And definitely Africa will definitely grow in the next 5 years. And there might be a need for a lot of health professionals. So I strongly advise African students, there is no need for you guys to go abroad to study medicine when you have a state-of-art facility in Zambia.
Okay, can you explain a little more details about the extracurricular activities and the related facilities available at Texila, apart from the labs and classrooms? What else do we have? Can you just brief?
Well, every now and then there is also, we take students outside for, if they wanted to play soccer, they can play soccer, and we organize that. Apart from soccer, we also have other, other activities as well. Once in a while, students, they go on a blood camp.
Okay.
So they can also choose camps as well. And once in a while, they go on picnic. Zambia is a beautiful country, and we have Victoria Falls, and we also have other parks where definitely people have to see. And it's one of the tourist attractions in Africa.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Zambia is one of the countries with a lot of tourist attraction, where they can see a lot of wildlife in Zambia. And not only that, Zambia is one of the safest countries in Africa.
Yes, actually, one of the latest report from UK. I mean, there is a travel fare aggregator website and travel meta research engine. It's called Skyscanner. They have listed Zambia as the first country, like the safest country to visit in 2019. They have listed totally 10 countries, out of which Zambia ranked number 1, followed by Slovenia, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, Chile, and other countries.
So can you believe that we don't see any first world countries there? There is no US, there is no UK, there is no Canada, there is no Australia there. So,
Yes.
so Africa is no more a dark nation. So Africa, on the whole, Zambia is one of the safest country.
Yeah,
So,
in fact, Africa is like a diamond. The first state of the diamond is black and dark. Like when it is like sharpened, like it become a bright diamond. So that is how Africa is becoming now. It's more trending, and it's attracting lots of foreign investment. So it is like Africa, the old Africa is different, and the Africa which we are seeing now, it is like completely being changed.
well, especially Zambia, we have quite a lot of people investing in coal, and there's also diamond in Zambia. So people, they also started investing in diamond as well. So the country is growing, and there's a huge opportunity for Zambians. And I'm sure in the next 5 years, Zambia grows as a nation economically. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, one of the attendee
Did not mention the name.
Yeah.
Well, that's really very bad. Okay, so the anonymous attendee says that, how can I know, or where can I find the accurate information about the compatibility of the disease pattern in a certain country, any country, compared to my own country, Zambia? Well, all you have to do is you just have to go to World Health Organization website, and you just have to do your research. I hope I answered that question.
Well, I think we can move on to the next slide.
Well, I'm sorry. So now it's like 24 countries. So I told 20 students we have students from 20 countries. Now I think we have students from 24 different countries, which is really a very good achievement.
And very interestingly, these students from 24 countries, we are talking about only the students who are doing medicine and the HPFP program with us.
Fantastic. So, there is a huge opportunity.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So when they come to Texila American University, they get a multicultural environment. It is like they will feel like they are studying in a Western world because they will be having an opportunity to meet people from different countries, not just from Zambia, not just from Africa.
Well, that's right. Yes.
My question.
Yes, please go ahead.
I asked to say, where can I get the research of the compatibility of the disease pattern as in my own country?
Well, yes, Solomon, if you're in Zambia, you have to go and you have to check with Ministry of Health. Yeah, Ministry of Health. Or if you want to check that online, you can just go ahead and you can check in World Health Organization website. They update it every now and then. And I have been to Zambia, and I have been living in Zambia I lived in Zambia for almost a year and a half. If you want me to tell you which disease is very common in Zambia, I would say malaria, that's number one. Because Zambia is a tropical climate, so definitely malaria is something which is very common in Zambia. But if you want to do your research, you can contact Ministry of Health, or you can go online and you can search in the World Health Organization website. And now let's come to affiliations. So Texila American University is registered with the Higher Education Authority Zambia, and we are also registered with the Health Professional Council of Zambia and General Nursing Council in Zambia. And we are also listed under World Directory of Medical Schools, which maintains a database of all the registered and accredited schools across the world. And we are also registered under the Distance Education Association of Southern Africa. And we are also a part of ZECAI, your Zambia Commerce. And we are also registered under AAU, African Association of Universities. And we are also registered under EAZ, Education. So what is EAZ? Okay, so we are also registered under EAC, and we are also registered under ZIHRM as well.
That's really interesting.
No, EAC is Education Association of Zambia.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for the clarification, Arun. In the meantime, I also, would like to, I want you to clarify. Students from Zambia or South Africa, like if they are studying their medicine program in Zambia, Texila American University, once they completed the degree, if they want to go back to their own country and practice, like do they need to go for any licensing examination, or they can directly practice?
Well, they may have to, in fact, for any countries, for instance, let's assume that I did my program in Zambia. Zambia is a country of origin. It's an own country. They are a country. So if I had to go to South Africa, and if I want to practice as a doctor in South Africa, then definitely I may have to write the Health Professional Council of South Africa exam in order for me to practice in South Africa. So likewise, we also have other countries. We have few countries exempted, for SADC countries. But yes, generally, if you want to go to any other country apart from Zambia, then definitely you may have to write the health professional exams of the country of origin.
And I'm sure this is applicable for all the universities in Zambia,
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So now, would you please elaborate more about the eligibility criteria?
Well, yes, at Texila American University, it's going to be a 6 years program. If you have noticed, any other universities, for instance, if someone wants to study medicine, for example, if someone wants to study medicine in first world countries, they should have a degree. They should have a first degree in any allied science program. So here in Zambia, that's not necessary. You should either, have a health professional foundation program, which is, normally, which is with other universities, it's like 1.5 years or 2 years maybe. But with Texila American University, the course itself comes along with the, health professional foundation program. So it's like a 6-year program. 1 year, the first year, they're going to study health professional foundation, which is basics. And the 5 years is going to be MBCHB.
Okay.
And for that, student should have completed O-level, and they should have 5 credits. Physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and English. They should have credits in physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and English. Or they should have credits in physics or chemistry.
Okay.
We can either consider physics or chemistry. All right. So if someone wants to study a 5 years MBCHB, which is direct entry, then one thing, they should have a first degree, or they should have completed A-level, or they should have completed a foundation program or something like that, in order for them to get exempted for the first year.
That's fine. How about this 5 years program? Like even one of the participants has raised a question that if he or she is doing a nutrition program and wanted to join medicine, so like for example, whether they will be joining, they have to join from the first year or they can directly join the second year.
Well, yes, nutrition is allied science.
Mhm.
So if they have done that, bachelor's in nutrition, then definitely they can be considered. They can be exempted for 1 year,
Okay.
and they can do the program for 5 years.
That's great. And we also mentioned the eligibility, right? I mean, the age limit is 18 years to 30 years.
Well, yeah, there's no age for you to study, but that's the prerequisite in Zambia. So you should be, 18 years old at least,
Okay.
in order for you to study MPCHB.
Mm-hmm.
And the maximum age is 30 years.
Okay, that's great.
Well, let's see what our students say. We already have students from different countries, and if you see the testimonials, let's start with the first testimonial. I like the facilities Texila provides. It's well equipped, laboratories, great library, computer labs, in short, a good environment to learn. Well, that's great. So that student is from Nicaragua. And let's go with the second student, and the student is from Namibia. So the lecturers are so friendly and the facilities in the labs are great. I enjoy the place and it's just like a homey feeling. So as I told you, it's Africa on the whole. So definitely studying in Zambia is like home away from home.
Mm-hmm.
The townies are extremely great and they are very soft and they are extremely welcoming as well. And the third student, he should be from Nigeria. So I chose Texila because of its hospitality. Their teachers and lecturers, their fees is also affordable, and you will never feel out of place when you come here.
In fact, I also noticed in several articles, and some of my friends also conveyed to me, when we talk about Zambia, it is known for its hospitality. The people over there are so friendly, and the way they give hospitality and the way they welcome foreigners into their country is really amazing.
Well, it is. As I told you, I am an Indian by origin, so I lived there for 1.5 years, and I never missed my home back in India.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I even feel a little bit insecure in India, but I never felt any insecurities in Zambia.
Yeah, that is the main reason. Like it has been listed as the first country in the list of like safest places to visit in 2019. There is no wonder about that.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
We have James. James, you have some questions. Yes, please go ahead, James.
Yes, my question is, if somebody with O levels applied under MBCHP, and then you admit him, will he continue the same program, or maybe you change him?
No, are you already doing your MBCHP?
Yeah.
Where? In Zimbabwe? Where are you doing? Are you doing in Zimbabwe or Zambia?
From there, from Texila American University. So there I've read it says with somebody with O levels will first do health foundation program. So whereby somebody applied under medicine program. So how come to change him?
Well, you need not change. You are an applicant and you completed your O level, right? Okay, well, I understand your point. So are you telling me that you made a mistake by rather than applying for Health Professional Foundation, you applied for MBCHB?
Yes, MBCHB.
Okay, that's okay. That should not be an issue. We can sort that out. So you can send your email address and let me see if I can sort that out for you so that you can start your Health Professional Foundation program. And after successfully completing that, you can progress into MBCHB.
Okay, well, Mr. Arun, in the meantime, I would like to play a video which showcases our Zambia campus.
So it's like more or less like a campus tour?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, well, that's fantastic. And I hope everyone, so this is the end of the webinar, and I would love to answer all your questions. We still have another 10 more minutes, and I kindly request everyone to post your questions, and I'll be very glad to answer you. So do you have any questions, everyone?
In case if you want to talk, you can raise your hands. Well, Mr. Solomon Michi has asked, like, how do you help those who are not able to pay?
Well, that's really a very good question. So we recently had Kenneth Kaunda's scholarship, and I hope you already applied for that scholarship. And I'm sure you're from Zambia, and you would have heard about Kenneth Kaunda's scholarship.
In fact, Kenneth Kaunda Scholarship, one of the like attractive opportunity for Zambians. In fact, it was a huge amount in Zambia. What was the amount? Like it was 1.2 million?
Well, I think it's close to 1.2 million kwacha, yeah.
That's great.
Well, Elliot says, choose Texila because of peace and cool environment for studies. No riots have been reported there. Sustainable environment to do medicine. Well, yes, indeed, Elliot. And this accommodation provided in the campus. Well, yes, the accommodation is just hardly 2 minutes walkable distance from the campus. And do you have any other questions, attendees? We are still waiting for your questions. Okay, great. Solomon, yes, please go ahead. Solomon, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead, Solomon. What questions do you have?
Yes, concerning the same scholarships that I just asked, I completed last year and I did well. I have only a 3 in English, but these others, they're just distinctions. And I'm not able to pay the full amount. So I was asking if you can give me guidelines on how I can apply even for the scholarship.
Well, did you apply for the Kenneth Kaunda's scholarship? You're a Zambian, right?
I didn't get you.
Are you a Zambian?
Yes, I am a Zambian.
Well, have you heard about Kenneth Kaunda's scholarship, which we recently announced all the students across Zambia?
Yeah, I just saw a bit of information, but I didn't get the full information on it.
Well, then please go ahead and register yourself so that you will be getting a call. I think there is also a registration fee of 150 kwacha.
I sent the email address on questions, or where should I?
Okay, well, I'll ask the responsible person, the concerned person, to send you an email and you can take it from there. So I would like to know when the approval of scholarship will be announced. Well,
It will be in a week's time.
In a week's time, Agnes, you should know the announcement in a week's time. So keep your mails open, so you can hear from us anytime soon. So do you have any other questions, participants? All right, so I think we are coming to an end. If you have any queries, please reach us anytime towards this WhatsApp. You can contact this WhatsApp number, or you can send your email to the below email address, inquiry@tauedu.org. And the WhatsApp number is +91 805 635 5149. Let me repeat, it's +91 805 635 5149. And thank you so much for the participants for attending this webinar, and I hope it was helpful. And if anything, please feel free to contact us and we will be very glad to assist you. Thank you.